Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Holographic World Tour for Wretched New Flesh. We're wrapping up the Lisbon leg of the tour and heading next to London. So when last we were together, everyone, the tour itself had packed itself up and was moving on to London, but your flight was delayed a bit, so Catherine had the great idea of going to a local nightclub called Bar Zoom, and you guys had pulled in and gotten some VIP seating secured when the entourage of Oasis, the rival dub revival artist, came into the club, and there was a surus of catty comments and some of the fans kind of eyeballing each other, and that is where we left off. So Shruku Khan will not be with us today, so I'll be running him as an NPC, and he will have a constant stream of cunning plans.
Yeah.
No, we'll assume that he and Casper are off gallivanting on a side project, which we'll catch up with him about later. So you guys are in the club, and so some Oasis people come in, and there's mild disturbance among the fans, but Oasis and her entourage come over to where you guys are, and are introducing themselves and just saying hello.
Just clarify something for me. Is Oasis a band or a person?
It's a person.
You're thinking about the Oasis, the brothers.
Yeah. It's Oasis, spelled Oazys.
Oh, okay.
But she is very distinct from the British group. Her song Wonderwall has nothing to do with their song Wonderwall.
Okay.
And she is not in any way a tribute act.
Okay.
Dub revival, as I gather, is like mostly house music. So I don't think she could maintain that for long. But.
Yeah. Okay.
Oasis is kind of a slim brunette lady with kind of tribal scars that she has tattooed over with bioluminescent tattoos. So they're constantly shifting colors and whatnot. And she is dressed, in kind of a very gaudy, what looks like an old school dance ballroom gown, but it's made of smart fabric, so it is showing basically highlights from her concerts and her album covers, and it's basically a walking promotional
a billboard. A walking
billboard for her. So she's drawing attention and eyes, and she comes over, to give the good game sort of thing to Catherine. And Catherine's playing along. She, greets her. They take a few publicity photos, and some of the paparazzi are taking pictures. But the crowd is basically packing in here to the point that the bouncers are having to turn people away. There's the air conditioning is struggling to keep up with the body heat here. It's stifling. There's lots of noise going on. Not an ideal security environment at the moment, but Oasis's handlers and bodyguards shuffle her off to another VIP room. But you can hear arguments and such going on, tensions rising in the general room.
Okay, I was hoping for a cat fight.
Not between them, but it does seem like something is brewing in the general area. Yeah.
With the fans? Okay.
Yeah. So what are you guys up to?
Well, I'm in the dance floor.
Okay, well then in that case you're in the middle of what's going on.
Oh, okay.
What about the
Course
rest of you?
Well, I'm checking the social media for the talks about the show. What is the
Oasis
general
did
feeling?
well for Oasis, but she definitely got overshadowed
Good.
by Catherine. You know, like Catherine did better in numbers, better in turnout. Both of them exceeded their usual, but Oasis's usual is not as good as Catherine's usual. So it's a success, but it's probably one that comes with a little bit of a bite if you're Oasis.
Did she sing? Well, of course not. Probably not yet. Zoya's song.
Not yet, no. And there was a bit of a look between Zoya and her when she came over to introduce herself. That you well give me a roll to
a roll
to see if you can
Here we
interpret the look. This is how I get you. I'm like, she might be onto something. I'll make her roll, and then it will all fall apart.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I want new dices for Christmas.
I would say maybe persuasion is probably the closest. But if you want to say interview, I can I could also buy that.
So I rolled a 10.
Right. With your interview skill and everything?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's hard to read. I mean, it's very quick and it's subtle, and they're trying not to draw attention to themselves. But yeah, there's definitely
there. Something going on.
Well, it's not tension, but there's there's some sort of
tension. I mean, some chemistry. So maybe Zoya is cheating on Casper, or that, or Zoya is cheating on Casper.
Or Casper is cheating on Zoya. You know, he's off somewhere with Truku.
Oh dear.
Next episode, they both change genders and they're gonna be a lesbian couple.
Oh, that'll be beautiful. Casper would make a great lesbian.
A lesbian love story for Disney to make a movie.
Yeah. I mean, people change.
Okay.
Truku changes a lot.
So. Yes,
right. So no one changes more than Truku.
With a woman face, right? In the
Truku is the ultimate trans. So
that's true. Well, his face changes, but his body. I guess his skin color has to be able to change too. But I'll have to look at his augmentation. So yeah, they're off gallivanting. You're on the dance floor, O'Malley, and things are heating up. People are dancing, but they're getting in each other's way, and they've let more people in here than they should. I'm going to take some pictures
and some videos and post them online of Kathleen. Gotcha. Oh, maybe a picture of Kathleen in the ways is looking really friendly. That will be good publicity.
Okay.
I think O'Malley's it's on the zone. He's in the zone. He's dancing to the groove, but I think he's quite a bit bored. So he'll shout out, "Oasis suck!"
Oh no. Okay, that is a sentiment that many people here share, and many people here do not. So roll me a carousal roll.
Oh God. Just get me. Okay, that's roll. That's with the.
I would say it usually would have be modified by magnetism, but I'm not sure in O'Malley's case.
Okay.
What is your magnetism?
Just a moment. My magnetism is 9.
Okay. So you're just a regular Joe.
Yeah, basically. So 9, it's -1 or 0 to the modifier?
It's 0.
0?
9,
yeah. So 10.
Okay, and do you have carousing skill?
I don't have a crossing skill.
Okay. So yeah, you shout this out, and yeah, a couple of people have your back, and they're like, "Yeah, she does, man. You're right."
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Are you drinking a nut kicker? That's amazing.
Hey, you want some?
And they're saying all this in Portuguese, so you're just like getting everything, and then nut kicker. You're like, oh, the universal language.
Yeah. So I think I'll have 2 or 3 cans with me, so I'll just hand them.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to see how many people even would understand that if you're belting it out in English. Oh, okay. Yeah, quite a few people here either have language mods or know enough English to know that sucks is probably not a good thing to say about Oasis. So yeah, you have about 5 or so, people sort of start, yammering at you, and they're stabbing their fingers and, talking with their hands, a very aggressive posture. You don't understand practically any of it.
Okay, and then I'll just say, Oasis can't sing.
In English again, they're like,
no. Okay, I have a Google Translator or whatever. I'll just say that
you ask
in
your
Portuguese.
Personal assistant.
Yeah, in Portuguese.
Now, do you have a Neuro?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. Have. Then your personal translator is internal. So yeah, you can hear what they're saying. Is like, maybe you should keep your opinions to yourself, Baladadian.
Catherine is great.
And one guy walks up and is like, I don't like you.
Yeah, I don't like you.
I think you're a bad influence.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to shed some light on these people, ignorant people. Oasis, make me a blowjob.
Oh God. Yeah. So roll me an initiative.
So let's what? See, okay, initiative. Right.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. And let me see. He does not get surprised, but he does go. Oh, but you roll an 8. So yeah, you see him cocking back. The guy in the lead cocking back to hit you, and he's got his beer mug in his hand to do it.
Okay.
So he's about to try to hit you with the mug.
So I'll
stein.
Yeah.
Well, it's glass, so that's
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't mine this time.
So
no,
I'll just.
Okay.
So I'll just throw some nut kicker in his face.
Okay. Roll for that. I don't know. Yeah. What? I don't think a skill applies to that, but
yeah.
But add your agility bonus if you have one.
Throwing liquid. 18.
Well, that will be his armor class. So, which odd the armor would have anything to do with not getting splashed with nut kicker. So yeah, you get him in the face, and that just enrages him more. So, your defense is what?
16.
16. Nice.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Yeah, it's my dex. It's my agility.
Oh, gotcha.
No modifier, and I have. Let me just see. No, where it is?
Tactical web or something.
Jesus, nano body vest.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's technically trying to hit where your armor isn't. But he does not have enough to do a called shot. So he's still going to clock you, but he hits you for 3 points of damage as he basically brings a mug upside your head and pops you. Fortunately, in your very hard skull and not anywhere, delicate.
Yeah. Then I'll shout, "He's trying to kill me!"
and several other people are like, "We know this. We have approved this action." So yeah, you're now in a group of people, all of which are trading blows. A few guys come to your defense, but at the moment there are more of them than there are of you. So, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'll just now that I was able to stir things a bit up, I'll just try to remove myself from the scene.
Oh, okay. You try to roll me a what do we want to call this? Yeah, roll me an agility check.
Okay.
Or an avoidance roll. So roll under your agility.
Okay.
With a D20.
So let me see where is it. Okay, 15. I was able to make that.
Okay, so you'll only take one additional point of damage as people are bashing and hitting each other, and you manage to basically, suss out that the safest place to be in a bar fight is on the floor, and yeah, you basically crawl your way out.
Yeah, crawling out.
You remember all that zone sec training of having to crawl under the barbed wire while Reed was shooting over you, and yeah, you've managed to get yourself to the relative safety of under a table.
Yes.
So yeah, you are now surrounded by very expensive women's footwear.
Oh.
Some of which have women in them that are stomping at you a bit, but.
Okay. Well, but
it's a strange man.
What is doing down there?
You mean a man you don't know? No, I mean this man is very strange.
And I'll just say I'm sorry, and just crawl.
Pardon me.
Crawl to the VIP or try to call to the VIP.
Now, have you learned any actual phrases in Portuguese in the time you've been in Lisbon?
Well, probably curse words and and probably one or two pickup lines.
Okay. So are you deploying either of those?
Put the cream.
So I'll okay.
That sounds lovely. What does that mean?
What? O que é que disseste?
I told her that she seemed, I told her that it sounded like she was very creamy and wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. It's not really wonderful, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's put the cream.
Yeah, exactly. You just rub it on your Buddha and everything's better.
So we'll try to make a pass on some woman there.
Oh, okay. Well, it is a general melee at this point, thanks to someone who will remain nameless in police reports, you hope. But
anyway, he's going to try his luck. So
okay, roll your seduction at a -3.
Yes.
And let's see.
And that's
just how seductive you are.
So magnetism, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With -3.
-3, yeah.
So sir,
that is the terrain penalty.
Okay.
For general melee and mosh pit.
So sir, that's a 1.
Oh, okay. All right. Your defense is.
She
16,
will kick me.
You said.
Yeah. She will stab me.
Yeah, she's not skilled enough to get through your nano weave, but yeah, you get basically. She comes out of her with her handbag with like this personal defense thing, and it tries to basically tase you, but your nano weave dissipates the shock. But your heads up display lets you know that it would have been really bad if it had contacted.
Okay, so I'll just move along and try to get to the VIP.
Danger. Do not engage. Do not engage.
Female. So I'll just try to move along to the VIP.
Okay, yeah. You are you headed to the exit, or are you headed
to the VIP, to Catherine's VIP
back
area.
to Catherine's VIP?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a wits.
Okay, wits.
Avoidance roll.
Oh.
Under your wits.
Okay. No, failed.
Okay. Yeah, you get to a VIP room and you manage to get yourself sat down, and you look around and you don't see any of the familiar faces that you expected to.
Don't tell me this
But you
is.
do see
Oh,
a
is it?
very angry lady with glowing tribal tattoos
Oh God,
saying
I'm
about that
dead.
blowjob.
Is that an offer? I'll say.
It most certainly is not. And then she motions towards you, and yeah, two large guys in dark suits are converging.
Yeah. Not the face, not the face.
And yeah, one of them gets over to you. Roll me a d6 and try to roll low.
Okay. Two.
One of them recognizes you, like, O'Malley? What are you doing in Lisbon?
Do I recognize the guy?
Yeah, he's another guy from Zone Sec. These guys apparently are freelancing or moonlighting or.
Hey man, what are you doing here?
We're doing security for Oasis. What are you doing? You're embarrassing us.
I'm just trying to,
Let me rephrase. You know how you normally embarrass us at home? You're embarrassing us on foreign territory.
Well, I'm trying to get my mojo across the country, so across the globe.
Has your mojo left your body at any point in your life?
Well, man, okay, just let me get out of here, and I don't do anything.
Okay. You better go before you make us look bad in front of the primary.
Well, I'll catch you up in a Validad, okay?
Is Frisbee here?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Tell him.
I'm looking at the crowd. I think I should be killing people right now.
Tell him Torrance said hi. He's a good egg.
Okay.
It's a shame he got stuck with you guys.
Don't tell him that last part, but I'll tell him you said hi, okay?
Yeah, and they toss you to the door and make a good show of it.
Okay, bye. Just try to get my bearings and try to find.
Basically, a very strong guy yanks you around like a rag doll and then just holds you still so you can get your legs right as they put you out the door.
Where are they? Where are they? I'm trying to find.
Yeah, you manage to get your bearings and get to the other VIP room, and yeah. In the meantime, Frisbee, you're noticing that somebody has started a fight in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
And Myra, you probably noticed this, but you're also doing your social media. So roll me a persuasion check, or does interview? We think interview covers. Okay, well that doesn't matter either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get out your public relations stuff, and it's trending well. You get a few private messages from the Transcendence people saying, "Hey, we appreciate the work. Things are going really well. This is a big night for everyone." And yeah, you get a little 500 Avala cred bonus slide in. Enjoy yourself. This is for expenses tonight.
Nice. Well, I deserve it.
Yeah, well, of course. Frisbee, are you gonna wade into this or check it out? Or
I get my taser and I go into the dance floor.
Okay.
You're gonna dance with a taser?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to tase them. The people who are fighting.
Target selection. What? Yeah. Who do you tase first in all this? Like, are you looking for a particular type of person, or?
Yeah. Okay. So the biggest guy there, I will tase him first.
Okay. So yeah, that guy's kind of prominently in the middle, and he's got like an Oasis fan in each hand, and he literally has just tossed someone up onto the bar. So yeah, give me a 2-hit roll. Using your melee.
I don't know. Guess.
Is it a taser pistol or a taser baton?
No, I think the biotech taser is a pistol. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, it's the pistol. Okay, so this is 11.
11. Yeah, he's in CV, so yeah, that will hit. Roll me some damage.
Okay, this is
You need me to look up the taser.
This is non-lethal, but
right.
Let me check how this work. I think he has to do a.
Oh, it's just stun. Yeah, you have to.
So
the target rolls a 1d20 and subtracts their toughness score. So twice their hit dice. Oh, total is 1 or more. Oh, okay. Yeah, you hit this guy and he rolled low, which is an avoidance roll. So you hit him and for whatever reason it doesn't bring him down, but he does kind of notice like, hey, someone just put a lot of voltage through me. So yeah, the guy sort of spins around and gives you a look. So yeah, let's roll formal initiative here. He's going to try to hit you with a dude.
With a dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a guns.
Oh, that's true. You're gunslinger, so which is good because he rolled 6 for initiative. So.
Okay, I'll shoot him with the taser again.
All right.
This time it's a 15.
Okay, and then we'll hit save, and you rolled high this time. So yeah, you zap him, and basically the dude, he was lifting over his head to kind of toss at you. When he seizes, he just lets go of that person. So him and the person on top of him now just sort of fall into a lump on the ground. And yeah, people are kind of seeing that somebody here is got a taser, and yeah, they're backing away, and a few of them are heading for the exit. And yeah, meanwhile, bouncers and security people and stuff are trying to control this unfortunate event that was caused by.
Is O'Malley still here?
By this time, he has probably made his way into the VIP room, so you don't see him, and you have no reason to suspect that he is the reason all of this happened. Except that you keep hearing people saying that damn Validadian and his crappy music opinions. Let's go find that guy. That guy needs to pay.
Oh, a mob.
Death to Catherine fans.
Yeah, that's suspicious. Okay, I'm going to look for O'Malley.
Okay. Yeah, you probably managed to find him guttering around. He's being buffeted, talking to women. He looks like Porthos, only no sword.
Yeah.
So he's got a nut kicker in one hand, and he's gesturing towards a woman with the other.
So I heard you Portuguese women were very
ugly.
What should I say? Easy. You want to go to the bathroom?
Wow. Yeah, she rolled high on her save, so she is stunned for a round at that horrible pickup line.
Yeah. Well, I'll see her stunned and I say, well, I have money if you want. Jesus, just getting in the zone, man.
Yeah, diplomacy fails at this point, and yeah, you get several drinks hurled at you, and your nano weave, it's like, what is going on out there?
So I'll just try to remove myself while I still
you were aided in that by almost everyone around you who is like pushing you into another area of the bar.
Okay. So I'll just try to.
That's my mother, one guy says.
That's what she said, and I'll scream that out.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
You stun yet another person for one round, and he's like, "Wait, is that an insult? I can't even parse that out." And then you see Frisbee walking up to you, and everyone's giving Frisbee wide berth because he has a taser that is rolling up its set of charges back to the gun.
What the fuck are you doing, O'Malley?
Hey, do you know who I saw? The tour guy from Valley Dead. He says hi. He's making some. Don't know. He's securing the Oasis bitch here.
What's his name?
It's Torres from Patrol.
Yeah, Torres.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, Torres. I guess I know him. Okay. Yeah, Torres. He's a great guy. I think so.
Yeah, he said he was very jealous that he lost you to us. So, but it was quite a good move in your career. You know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I suppose I had a pay raise after this.
Yeah.
Probably.
You have to babysit O'Malley, so.
Right, you got better dental benefits.
Oh, okay. That changes everything.
So, what's happened here? You know, all this fight?
No, I was going to ask you if you knew about this.
No, I was just on the dance floor, and suddenly glasses and punches were flying out. So.
Oh, it happened. I think I think it was a problem between fans.
Yeah, I don't think they. I don't think they value different music opinions. So it's their loss, you know.
No, I don't think so. They have their mindset.
Okay, so let's go to the VIP area.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, lead the way. And and as we are moving along, I'll just turn back to the last woman I try to pick up and make the gesture.
Yeah, she picks up her phone, sure enough, and begins dialing. But you're not sure. Yeah, you're not sure who she might be calling.
Yeah, probably the police.
Since you didn't give her the number, yeah.
Yes.
Directory assistance. So yeah, you're getting a lot of stink eyes, and people are pointing, in your direction or whatnot. And all this, sort of gets a bit muted when basically something from the kitchen, someone comes out of the kitchen on fire, and several other people are starting to do various horrible things to each other. Knives have come out, things like that. So yeah,
it's
ratcheting up now.
Over a music statement.
Well, you don't think it's entirely you. You think there was a lot of tension here to begin with.
Okay.
But you probably, were just that spark it needed to turn into complete failure of humanity.
But they're
you've read that on performance evaluations before.
Is this interesting to record?
Yeah. Okay. There apparently is a fight in the kitchen that is evolved into one guy getting caught on fire, and now security and people are trying to put him out with a fire extinguisher. And then other people, once they see that, are starting to, burst their drinks onto the floor and set fire to them. And like there's a scream of, as it's translated, let's burn this whole thing down,
Oh, God damn it.
And Catherine is like, what should we do about this? And Martin's like, we need to get you out. We need to get you out the fire exit, it sounds like. She's like, no, I need to do something, but I don't know what I should do. Should I make these people calm? Should I make them more tolerant of each other? And she almost sounds like she's talking to herself about it. And Zoya's like, forget these people. These people are unimportant. We're important. Let's get out of here before we get harmed. And yeah, her face is kind of real steely when she says it.
Are we there yet? When she's
Yeah.
okay.
You guys would have been back for this
Okay.
part of it. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just trying to record as much as possible.
I'll just say to Catherine, well, probably it would be quite a good PR for you if you manage to calm all of them. Well,
No.
imagine
Just
it.
go.
Imagine this. If you sing for all of them and they all became calm.
Well,
That's
they're not
quite
paying her to sing.
well, but that's quite a PR stunt, don't you think?
I don't
Yeah, I
have my
guess,
neuropod
but
with me, but I'll see what I can do. And yeah, she actually walks out and's like, everyone, please, listen. And then yeah, she starts a cappella song.
and I'm
And-
gonna tell O'Malley if this goes wrong.
Yeah, and that is
I'm gonna
about as
fucking kill
awkward
you.
as it sounds. So let's see how well she does.
She can sing.
She rolled pretty
She's
well.
good.
Yeah, she
She
comes
does
out.
fireworks.
Hey, girls. Yeah, with no auto tune, it's just hard.
Yeah.
Like, if you like it, then you put a sugarine on it. And no, she starts, trying to, to sing or whatnot. And Oasis sees this and is like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to be upstaged. So she comes out, and now they're kind of doing this battle of the bands thing,
Oh,
trying
God.
to calm people down.
I think I'm going to shoot them both.
Oh wow, she rolls really well. Yeah, so Aces comes out, and yeah, so now there's like two psychic waves kind of pouring through this place, each with a different agenda. And yeah, people are trying to do both things. Basically, Oasis is trying to get them to get out of here, and Catherine is trying to get them to calm down and just sort of, dig the bliss. And they're trying to do both. So you sort of see them, you sort of see a host of people trying to figure out how to flee and
calmly
calmly go into a bliss stage. And yeah, quite a few of them are not having a great time of it. You see some nosebleeds, and yeah, some people that are starting to, their eyes are twitching, and yeah, they're having nervous system issues.
Well, I think it's time for us to leave.
What a great idea, O'Malley.
Well,
I'm rolling here. Yeah, well, neither of the singers sees what the effect they're having is, because they're looking at each other, trying to kind of outdo each other. So they're getting louder and they're pushing more psychic energy out. And this is just getting worse.
Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll try to save the day. I'll start running and try to tackle Oasis to the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a melee roll.
I was going to say, let's just grab Catherine and get out of here, but
okay.
I'll do that.
I don't have melee or an armor or whatever, but
yeah, I didn't figure you probably did.
Yeah, so
you can put her in your shoulder like this.
Yeah.
It's with it's muscle or agility.
In your case, probably agility, since you're doing a running tackle.
Okay, so 15.
Okay. Yeah, you barrel into her and take her down. Now the people are getting one signal, and it's to calm down. So roll me a wits roll as well. Or roll a wit save. So roll under your wits.
Oh, okay. A violence. So I'll try to. Yeah, 7. Managed to do that.
Okay. So yeah, you are not getting this. You're shrugging off the signal because you got something to do, which is to assault a celebrity.
Yeah.
While people are filming. But don't worry about that. That probably won't come back to haunt you. Yeah, you take her down, and that sets quite a few people off, or would. So let's see what the timbre of the crowd is. Yeah, people are giving you like like half the people here are kind of giving you a heated look. They can't act on it. And
okay.
yeah, that at least 2 or 3 people, go to grab you, and then their nervous system just blanks on them, and they hit the floor. Everyone else is just sort of zoned out, but you can tell they're all sort of looking at you, trying to process what you're doing. And now you're on top of Oasis, and she's like, "You idiot, get off of me!"
Don't you see what you're both doing to the people there? They're just shouting out. Just shut up.
You're going to get your wish. And she looks you in the eyes and give me another. Let me roll her skill roll first. Okay,
I'm dead. Roll what?
Roll me a wit save.
Or I don't even get the chance. Yay! Natural 20! Woohoo! I'm dead.
That's not good for the. You all of a sudden you're getting a mental image of you and her together. She's performing the act you suggested, and then the teeth start, and now you're sort of screaming at a horrible pain in a place you didn't want one.
Oh God.
So by the time you recover, you're gonna be screaming for a little while, but
okay.
So what you guys see as you're is O'Malley goes and tackles Oasis. A few people go to defend her, and their nervous system's short out a bit. And then now O'Malley comes off top of her, and is screaming and holding his crotch and probably crying a little bit.
Yeah, crying a little bit.
No one can blame you, buddy. No one can blame you.
Crying a lot, not a little bit, a lot.
And Oasis's people grab her and are hustling her out. And meanwhile, sure enough, Martin has kicked the fire door in the VIP area and is hustling Zoya and Catherine out, and tells you, Myra, that we need to get to the limo now before this gets out of hand.
Yes. I think I'm gonna kill O'Malley, but I don't have time for this now. Let's get the hell away from here.
Yeah, the limousine is backing into the alley that you guys come out of, because apparently he has already sent a signal to that effect. And he piles her in. He's like, where are the 2 zone sets at?
I'm going to help O'Malley.
I can't move, man.
O'Malley is just screaming and hollering, but you just gonna grab him up, or
grab him up.
Okay. You can get him up, and he clears basically once you're touched by someone else, the phantom image of what is occurring clears, so you're no longer experiencing it. But now your brain's still sort of figured it out. So
the pain is still there.
So soft music plays as Frisbee picks you up in his arms, cradling you. Now you're gonna flip him over your shoulder and get out of Dodge.
So I'll let him take me. I'm too weak for do anything. So
are you taking the way that they went, Frisbee, or are you gonna go out the front door? Or
I'm going. I'm going the same way they went.
Okay. So you managed your Martin's there, kind of looking impatient, like was about to leave, and then when he sees you, he's like, get inside and we'll get out of here.
Okay, let's go inside.
And you get inside. The door closes, and both Catherine and Martin are smacking you a little bit, O'Malley. Like, what were you thinking?
Nuts. Well,
I'm gonna punch him hard.
What the hell? What's wrong with you, woman, today?
What the hell were you are just on camera attacking Oasis?
Well, Did you see that those mumbo jumbles conflicting with each other? They were turning other people's brains to goo.
Yeah, but the right thing to do was just to get Catherine out of there. Don't go attacking Catherine's rival. You know how it's going to spin. It's already spinning out. You work for Catherine officially. Someone in Catherine's entourage attacked Oasis. This looks really bad for us.
Well, but that bitch deserved it. So
I'm gonna slap O'Malley. I'm gonna bitch slap him.
You're already your PA is already confirming for you that Oasis's marketing team is pushing against this. Like there's footage of it or whatnot, and lots of its own hashtags and things like that. Like and Oasis even announces that she is changing her schedule to play in London in the next 3 days to basically follow her.
Yeah, but didn't you see all people were starting to bleed out? Didn't you see that?
Well, people that bleed out don't post stupid things on social media. So,
well said.
Let them bleed.
Catherine is just sort of shocked at all of you at the moment.
I was just trying to do the right thing. So, yeah, sue me.
And Zoya just says something in Russian.
What?
Oasis may sue you, but that's not what Zoya was.
Oh no, Zoya says, "What fools these mortals be," basically in Russian, but which I guess you guys are used to having your translators up at this point.
Well, if her people come after me, I'll just make their life hell too. So I don't mind.
I appreciate that you were trying to de-escalate the situation, Martin says, but it could have been done with more elegance.
Well, it was a split-second decision, so I took the right one, I think.
Catherine just sort of waves it away and like, "What's done is done. We'll deal with it. I'll call Oasis tonight from the plane, or I'll contact Oasis tonight from the plane. We'll sort this out."
And everyone knows that Catherine is far better than Oasis, so.
Catherine doesn't say anything, but she does sort of give a little head nod, like, yeah.
So they're just jealous.
Yeah, she starts recording like a little AR sample loop of like, "To all my fans at Barzoom, I hope that everyone is okay. I'd like to push for calm. Just know that Oasis and I are audience or artists that mutually respect each other, and this was not what we intended. We hope that the love and light rules in Lisbon tonight and for every future day." And then she plops off and then sort of rolls her eyes like, "Oh, this is going to be Bouge moi."
Today just was kicked around by all the women in the world, I think, in Portugal, in Lisbon at least.
Not enough.
Women don't get me, so.
Yeah, Zoya quietly, while you're defending yourself, has slipped away your nut kicker and thrown it out an open window and then rolled it back up. So now somewhere there's nut kicker litter added to your list of crimes here.
Yeah, in Lisbon. Yeah.
Your plane pulls up, or your limo pulls up to the airport's chartered plane area, and you go through your customs disembarkation process, which is fairly easy. They just sort of scan your passports and invalidate your visas. In some cases, perhaps forever. and you they confirmed your visas for England, and yeah, you guys are off on the chartered plane to catch up with the roadies and the equipment for the show, which should have already been there.
Hey, we managed to be in Lisbon and not get pickpocket, so that was a win.
Yeah. I think
That
so.
is a horrible thing to say about a wonderful country.
Yeah. You say that because you don't live in it, so.
So, speaking of wonderful countries, a few hours later, probably, well, yeah, what, 3 hours maybe?
Yeah, 3 hours
Later,
from Lisbon
you're,
to London, 3:15, 3:20.
all right, yeah. Your plane puts down, and yeah, you guys go into the intake process in London. There's, you're in the chartered area, so you're not going through, the deep security scans or whatnot typically, but they do actually make you go through an intake security scan here, which is rare. Because there's not airline security to consider with a charter plane. But and they also have a little QR code on the wall, and they're like, scan here to download the Mary app.
Okay, I will do that.
And yep, and the Mary app is a social credit and general information application that is used throughout the United Kingdom, and it was voted on or its name was voted on famously a few years back by the populace, and the name Mary O. England was selected as the name for the avatar. So she's a kind of a prim, kind of a Victorian maid looking young lady. And she her name is, she's known as Mary, and she's your guide to the United Kingdom and helps you navigate and also collects your social credit score. But don't even worry about that. As a visitor, certain latitudes will be given.
Social credit, so I'm fucked, basically.
Yep, and as soon as you boot the app up, or if you're looking at any monitors, it will let you know that the current verbal threat rating is orange, and the current physical threat rating is at green.
What the hell does that mean? Do anyone knows? Orange? What?
Yeah, your immigration guy is scanning. He's like, oh yeah, that's Mother Mary there. She's this is a horrible accent. I'm glad Joe is here. She's your friend here, isn't it? She'll keep you on the straight and narrow. Those are the threat levels for physical violence or verbal violence. Right now, we're having a bit of an uptick in the verbal violence. A lot of issues going on around the airport. Climatization, no worries.
Okay.
If you have any questions, or if you start to veer from the path, Mother Mary will put you on the right.
I'll just turn to Frisbee and say, okay, buddy, you and me are fucked with this shit.
Well, I don't know if people are allowed to curse.
Thomas O'Malley, you are fined one quarter of a pound. No, she does perk up and say, oh, maybe watch the language when speaking to locals.
It's not a local.
This is a tutorial. We're offering you guidance in advance of leaving the airport. The airport will be much more lenient in terms of social credit. We understand that foreign visitors can take a moment to acclimatize to civilized practices. And yeah, you're in the airport, you can see other people kind of futzing around with this application. And until you install the app, they will not scan your passport and let you in because, what in the world. And for people that don't have a personal device or whatnot, they give them a little green clip for their lapel that has a small version of the Mary device on it.
Mhm.
And these are apparently jokingly called pro clips, and identify you as being terribly poor.
So one thing that probably O'Malley do while he's in England, he'll try to find his relatives in Ireland, and if possible, go there and just to say hi.
Okay. Do you have many
Yeah,
that you know of? Are you from Ireland originally, or are you just Irish heritage?
I'm Irish heritage, but probably has some
How
grandmother,
many
Cousins.
cousins and aunts, uncles, and
grandmother?
yeah, probably something.
Yeah. You're informed that and you maybe have spoken to them a few times, but yeah, you've
Yeah,
got some cousins in county court that are like, yeah, swing
yeah.
by. Be a pleasure to actually see you.
Okay.
See your twinkling eyes.
I can't do an Irish accent, so
I can't either. I wish I could. They're very pretty accent. I'm going to butcher a lot of accents, honestly, but we'll see. Yeah. So,
yeah.
has anyone got a problem with installing Mary, or does anyone want a pro clip instead?
Yeah, well, we have to. So
Casper takes a pro clip. He actually pays a dude to get a pro clip.
Hmm.
And the guy, he puts a few bills in his passport, passes it to him, and has a few words with him, and yeah, gets a pro clip and puts it on his lapel.
I'll ask him why did he choose the other one?
Oh, I need to leave this thing behind here. He puts his hand over and he's like, I'm going to need to leave this thing behind here and there.
well, I have nothing to hide from the States, so I can download the
That
goddamn
is a
app.
great attitude. Thank you, Myra.
Yeah, I'm also an open book, so
Is there a little
I don't
English
care.
in you, Myra? Because you're incredibly cooperative, and we appreciate it.
I don't like that.
Yeah, Mary's manifestation, is mostly like a little, Apple avatar head that will occasionally pop up either in your heads up display if you have one, or off your PDA's projector or AR device that will, she will provide you with little insights if requested. And all you have to say is say, hey, Mary, and then ask a question and she'll answer it. And then if you do or say anything that she thinks might not be wise, she will let you know. And as necessary, and this is so rare, she will adjust your social credit. Anyone whose social credit bottoms out enough, they will be their visa will be voided and they'll be asked to leave the country. You don't know what happens to people that live there that bottom out.
Can I try to hack Mary?
Sure.
Is she an?
I mean, I wouldn't do it in the airport.
Okay. Yeah, but
very visible here. But
she's an AI or just a normal program?
She's, from what you understand, she is an advanced expert system.
Okay.
She's a cluster. There's definitely AI technology in there, but she's not a general intelligence AI.
Okay, so when I have the time, I'm going to hack her sweet ass. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So let's go.
Well, remember what happened
Myra
last time you tried to fuck with a woman.
Myra installs, O'Malley installs, but is going to tinker. And what about Frisbee? Are you going to get a pro clip, or are you going? install it on your device.
Yeah, I don't like that Mary, so I don't know. Okay, I'll install it.
Okay. You, right, yeah, you bring it up and install it on your on your device. Now, you guys being zone sec operatives have two layers to your phone or to your PDAs. You have a public layer that functions like a normal, cell phone PDA, etc. And then you have your secured layer, and it's not going to be getting to the secured layer. Now, there is a risk that if you use your secured layer, that you could expose it to the public layer software, especially something like this, which is probably monitoring your video and audio inputs. So just bear that in mind. But Mary should not have access to the back iron of your secured devices.
Okay.
So you guys make the arrangements. Catherine, puts hers in. You notice that Catherine also has a zone sec style PDA.
Oh, let me
but she has changed the case, and it's like this little bedazzled and fashionable version. But the hardware is mil spec.
It's a Gucci PDA, something like that.
Yeah, and Martin he just installs it on his bog standard device.
So now the hotel, or do you go anywhere?
Yes, of course, it's raining, so we're not going to go anywhere. No sightseeing.
Zoya is
raining
fussing at them, saying that she doesn't want to install their bullshit software. She doesn't say it that way. She says, like, you plebeians are not going to force me to have a nursemaid throughout this whole thing.
Okay, I'm going to talk to Zoya and try to convince her that she needs to play nice with the local authorities if she ever wants to be a real star. She doesn't want to make enemies.
Yeah, give me a roll on that. That's
okay.
Pretty
Saki roll. A night again. So
you didn't roll real well
either. So it's a 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's inartful on both sides. She's like, I know, I've seen where this shit goes. Like this isn't going to end well for anybody.
We're just going to be here for a couple of days and try to behave and hope for the better. Well, we're going to have a problem with O'Malley. Maybe we need to drag him. Because if he pulls something like he did in Lisbon, we are in trouble. Well, he's in trouble.
I've talked to Casper about not getting him any more nuts. I think that's his problem.
Yeah. Well, one of them. For sure.
Casper's an expert on addiction. He says he's going to handle
it. He's going to make an intervention.
She begrudgingly agrees and hands over her PDA. And they're like, oh, just scan the wall, and Mary will be happy to help you through the rest of the process. But yeah, she does not do it with enthusiasm. And then you guys are led into the main airport, which is just very grand expanse, lots of dazzling media and advertisements. This is a international airport, so yeah, there's a slice of life of thousands of cultures here jammed into the same place. Buying fish and chips and things like that, souvenirs and making either the best of their first day in England or the best of their last day in England, depending on which direction they're headed. So yeah, you hear a yammer of a ton of languages here, and Mary is more than happy to help you navigate that.
So now we're just try to get to the hotel, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, or you know, if you want to go sightseeing, it's early morning
Oh, it's early.
London time. So yeah.
Okay. So probably I'll just go to the hotel and drop my things and then go to sightseeing.
Okay. The hotel is downtown. It's close to where the Eye used to be. But the Eye has been replaced now by another version of itself. This is like the third one that they've been through since the hard times. But this one is a little more of a observation deck in that it actually has balconies and guardrails and such, and it's the ring is tilted on a 45-degree angle, so the balconies kind of rotate up to give you a view, you know, a varying view at different heights as it goes, and that's a very popular tourist attraction. And then, you know, the usual places are. It's early enough that not a lot of that is humming too much, but your hotel is a kind of a really old school building that's been around for several hundred years, and has been recently remodeled, so it has all the, you know, the latest amenities, but looks really really old school from the
it's probably
outside.
haunted.
I mean, that, aliens.
Yes, aliens.
So yeah, you get to let's give it a name. It is the Hotel Cambridge. Why not? And yeah, you dump your stuff off in your room, and
So
and
when anyone wants to go with me, just sightseeing or?
Yeah.
And each of your
Why
rooms
not?
has a automaton sort of it's a floor robot that has like a little treads on the ground, but above the treads it is clothed in kind of a butler looking uniform with white gloves and whatnot, but its head is made of clear ceramic that shows the internal machinery of it. And it's basically a personal servant robot that helps you with things. Very low tech, but it works. It works in concert with the building's expert system to kind of manage your stay. So it will take your bags and run them up to your room and all that good stuff.
So Mauri's coming in me. Anyone else?
Frisbee is also coming with us. I'm going to call him because I need someone to babysit. Well, Frisbee is not the best person, but
The best.
to babysit O'Malley because you're just as bad as O'Malley. But anyway,
Casper begs off. He's going to have to do some business this morning. So
yeah,
he wishes you guys good luck. If Zoya wants to go, you know, what he's doing is probably going to be very boring. So if Zoya wants to go with you guys,
okay,
he
so
offers.
Before Casper,
he's like, sure,
before-
that'll be fun. And she grabs onto Myra's arm.
and before Casper leaves, I'll just tell him, don't forget, you know, more cans.
He gives you a look and he's like, we're going to have a talk about that later, O'Malley. And he claps you on the shoulder, and then when Zoe isn't looking, he gives you a wink and then walks off.
Okay, I don't know what it is, but okay. So let's hit the street.
All right. Yeah. You guys call a cab, and pretty soon, you know, everything in London. The current fashion is very kind of 60s mod. It's sort of a swinging London feel. The police uniforms have kind of rolled back to that with the tall hats and or tall helmets and such, and And yeah, everyone there, the local fashion seems to be kind of a mod, nouveau mod style, and consequently the cab that pulls up for you, it has spherical wheels, but is basically a black, a 60 style black English cab design.
Okay.
And yeah, the suicide door swings open, and the cabbie is like, well, where can I take you?
Well,
Not
I'm
a tourist
wondering.
trap.
I'm wondering how is London of the future, considering London of the present. Well, the British Museum.
You want to go to a museum? Really?
Okay, so where do you want to go to?
A pub?
It's morning.
Oh.
You're gonna get drunk and you're gonna get us on trouble.
Zoe
Okay.
is like, yeah, the museum sounds like a great idea. She says,
Okay.
agreeing with Myra.
Just
Okay,
for
let's.
starters, then we can go shopping, sightseeing.
And pub?
Yes, we can go for a pub at lunch.
Okay, so let's go.
Okay, you guys head to the British Museum. Some changes have been made from modern day. Mostly, there was a big push to return all the artifacts that belonged to somewhere else. So now what you have is largely holograms of the things that they've returned,
Okay.
along with a big song and dance number about how wonderful they are for having returned to them. There's a big image of the restoration of the Parthenon's decorative platings and things like that. That it's basically a we did the right thing tour for the British Museum.
Yeah.
Like, this used to have a mummy, and that was wrong. It was wrong then, and it's wrong now, and it was wrong then. But here's a hologram of the mummy, and there are quite a few. There are quite a few things that do that are actually present, that are the artifacts of English history.
Isn't that all offensive?
No.
That's
no.
why they're reproductions.
It does explain, that like any museum, Mary will explain to you that like any museum contains artifacts of a past which, if not best left forgotten, should at least be placed within a proper context. If anything disturbs you, please say, Mary, I am disturbed, and I will attempt to mitigate any disturbance.
Okay. So while they're going to visit the museum, I'll just try to find a corner and sit
Okay.
there and try to begin hacking the Mary program.
You pull out your laptop equivalent. Do you use a biocomputer or do you use a standard? I'm assuming.
I think it's a biocomputer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a hack and roll.
Okay. Just a moment. 23.
Okay. Yeah. You get into Mary's lair, and it's pretty much what you think it is. It basically just sits as a layer on your device and listens to what's being said and what's being shown around it, and your location information, and you assume that that's being fired off at least initially to the Central Mary Processing Unit, the Metropolitan Metropolitan Expert System. But you assume that there's an MI5 layer in there somewhere too, where they're siphoning through it for certain things. It does have your current social credit score, which is just a few ticks down from the default setting, but still gives you plenty of access to various facilities and whatnot.
Okay, so I'll try just to alter it a bit so that with a few keystrokes, I'll make it blind. So if you are going to somewhere that I feel that is illegal, or I don't know, I don't want anyone else to know where I'm going, just to, for example, the program sees that we are staying in one place for a period of time while we are going to another place, you know?
Gotcha. With that role, you will know that that is possible, but it will not hold up for long.
Okay.
Because other devices will eventually, spoof you out. They'll say like, "Hey, I see a guy over there.
Hmm.
I don't understand why he's here when it says he's over here."
Okay.
So it is possible to do that, but you
Yeah, have a limit of uses. Okay. Okay.
right now the other thing that is fairly easy to do is just to basically remove this thing's ability to ratchet up or down your social credit score.
Yeah, and I also do that. Yes. For the program, I'm just a beautiful person.
Yeah, if it sees something bad, it will not ding you. If it sees something good, it will not
Yeah.
reward you. Basically, it'll attempt to do that and be told that it was successful, but it never actually sends that to the
Okay.
actual AI layer.
Okay.
So yeah, you get those changes in, and you get your blind spot in, and the blind spot has you build like a very fuzzy counter into it that says, it'll give you a countdown for how long you think it'll be.
Okay.
And basically, as it encounters other devices, it will knock that, it will knock that down or adjust it to let you know practically how much time you have. Yeah.
Okay. So after that, I'll just try to meet them.
Okay. Well, they're churning around, so you're just on a bench.
Yes, we're taking selfies.
Yep.
With the mummy hologram.
Zoya's really big into the Greek stuff. Like she spends a lot of time in that section, looking at Grecian urns and things like that. And give me another.
Well, I'm
give me
gonna take a
another
picture
empathy roll.
of Frisbee next to the Greek statues because he would look good because he's like big. And I'm gonna force him to take selfies. Not take selfies, but to be on my pictures.
Are you going along with this Frisbee? That look says a lot.
Come on. Don't be so grumpy.
Here, put this leaf on and stand next to David's statue.
And smile.
Reproduction. Right. Yeah, give me a roll. Yeah, give me just a.
I rolled an 18. Good.
Okay. Yeah, Zoya seems kind of, modeling, looking at a lot of this this Greek stuff. Like homesick almost.
But that's strange because she's from
Belarus.
Yes.
She's from Minsk, baby.
So I'm gonna ask him. So, are you okay?
Jet lag, I suppose.
You're seeming a little bit dreamy.
Well.
I would say almost homesick, but
I haven't been home in a while. That's true. But home has changed since I left. I suppose I have too. And then yeah, she actually wipes away a little tear, and then like I'm being silly.
Well, I'm gonna ask her, but how long have you been away?
Well, you see her look up like she's making something up, or deciding on something, and then she grabs your eyes, eye contact again. It's like, I left Belarus about 10 years ago or so. I was very, very small. So I guess Valadad is a kind of home, but no one's ever really at home there, right? Casper says he is, but he grew up there. But I don't feel like he's in a Valadadian either.
I think nobody's in a Valadadian. Well, And the ones that are not very happy, right?
Well, yeah, Agartha,
Yeah.
you know. Oh well. That's why we're jet setters, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get
I
away
think
from all that.
if you're getting all gloomy, we better just go to the pub and make O'Malley happy. And maybe get you in a better mood also.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need. It's just some food.
Yeah.
And then
So I'm
yeah, she
gonna
puts
tell the
on a
guys.
obviously fake smile and you know goes along with you.
O'Malley is in the also in the Greek statue exhibit, and he's trying and he's making you know those selfies where you can see him with his hand trying to grab a boob from the statue, you know, and take those selfies. So
Meanwhile, your face is trending elsewhere for all the other reasons. Tacklegate is in full swing.
Tacklegate. Oh,
Apparently, Barzoom suffered severe fire damage, and you guys are seen as just the worst ever. And yeah, there is definitely now a big push by Transcendence and Oasis's people to play this London concert up as kind of a battle of the bands sort of thing, which is not good strategy on Oasis's part because she doesn't have the fandom. But Transcendence is leaning into it at this point. Well, I guess I should ask, Myra, to what degree are you recommending Transcendence lean into this?
Well, I know we can crush Oasis, but do we really want to crush her? That'll make us look bad. We don't want to be the baddies. So I will tell them to be careful. It's better to be graceful and take this all as a joke. Of course,
Okay.
Katrina is going to win, but let's not take this serious.
Okay, yeah. So their official press releases and whatnot are like, oh, you know, music is above this sort of thing. You know, we
Exactly.
wish Oasis all the best in her concert, and Catherine is going to put on a scintillating musical pageant, which will dwarf all other concerts, her own and all others. Yes. Expect something really grand for the London leg. And yeah, tickets sales are already doing really well. A lot of people pre-ordered after the Validad show, even so. You know, you're almost to full capacity, and you haven't even really started pushing, you know, London marketing.
So is this museum that is very big, or
It is, but
Yeah.
let's go to the pub.
that was a wise decision?
Okay, yeah, you guys spend the morning kind of touring, seeing the sights in the museum, and then yeah, sure enough, you what kind of pub are you going
A
for?
traditional pub.
Traditional, okay. So all right, you get to the Ship and Anchor. And there's a police box out in front, or not a police box, a red phone booth style info kiosk out in front, which is more just stylized than anything else. But since they had it there, they put a little info kiosk in it. And yeah, the when you come in, the pub goers there kind of give you a look. And yeah, you are tourist as far as they could tell. So yeah, you get a look, and then everybody kind of goes back to what they were doing.
Sorry.
And yeah, the publican comes over, like, what can I do for you?
Well, I'll have fish and chips and 2 pints, please.
And the rest of you?
I'm gonna have one of those pies, those gross pies that they have.
Oh, we don't have any gross pies, man.
Liver and all
We have
that.
the best pheasant pie you could ever have. Yeah, he will set you up bangers and mash. You know, like you guys basically order like tourists, like, oh, we'll have all the
Yeah.
good stuff. And yeah, he sets you up. Well, your pints. What's your pleasure? You want a bitter? You want
I'll have a bitter and
a Heineken?
oh, no, I'll have a bitter and a stout, please.
Yeah, he sets you guys up, and yeah, the table here is like very thick, very has been lacquered several hundred times possibly. You see little knife marks here and there on it. So it's probably been here longer than some of the walls.
So
On the screen, they're watching a football match and a ad for the newest Doctor Who episode is coming on.
oh god,
He's the 20th Doctor.
Yeah, it's like the 35th regenerating. Well, we're on it's 30 years, so yeah, probably 20. It's probably yeah. The Centaurians are back, and they're worse than ever.
so what do you think of London?
Are you asking this to us or to the
To
Londoners?
you, no, to you, General. To Moira, to Frisbee, to Zoya.
Zoya's like, oh, I've always liked London, but I don't like what it's become recently, which is weird because like it's been like this for about 15 to 20 years. So you don't know what she's talking about really, but
Yeah.
and she also calls it Lund's Den.
Say what?
She calls it Lund's Den when she says it.
Is there why do you
Is
call
that
it that way?
Belarusian?
She's sorry, that's my that's my old world accent. London. Merry old London. Oh, and then she looks at her PDA. Disregard.
Oh, do you want to see something? I'll just take out my PDA and says to
Dick pic.
Mary. no, I'll just say, Mary, you're a bitch. And
What the hell?
just
Stop that.
you see,
Please,
no reaction.
please consider using less violent wording in the future. But your social credit score
Yeah.
does not move.
You see that? You see that? It's okay.
Yeah,
Gonna
the rest
get-
of
you're
you,
gonna get us in
Mary
trouble.
is like, please consider the level of friendships that you form with people.
You're gonna get us in trouble, aren't you?
No, of course
Ah,
not. Why
Here's
do you say
today's
you
that?
are.
daily reminder to
Never
avoid
do that.
toxic people.
You cannot control yourself. Just for a couple of days, a week.
Oh, speaking of that, do you want to go with me to Ireland one of these days to meet my family?
what family?
You're American, man.
Yo, my cousins in the third or fourth degree or something like that.
Do
You know,
they know?
it's an excuse for drinking. So
Yeah. So, but are they informed that you are going to visit, or just going to show up?
no, it's a surprise visit. It's the
Oh,
best
yeah.
one.
So they'll shoot us, of course.
Yeah, probably. It will be fun.
Okay.
Get off my lawn. And by my lawn, I mean Ireland.
Yeah. The concert will be in when Catherine's concert.
It will be in 2 days.
2 days, okay. So before Zoya's, so before what is this?
No, it's the same day.
No,
Wes
it'll be
is
the
going
same
to go
day.
for the
Oh,
same
same
day, that
day?
bitch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, oops.
Language.
Yeah, it reminds
Because of you.
Yeah, that it reminds you not to judge
O'Malley.
people, particularly women. Referring to women as bitch can be very triggering. It also And
I know
also,
I'm one.
she gives you the talk about the patriarchy
Okay.
and how you mustn't reinforce such ideas.
Yeah.
See,
So
it's
yeah,
all your fault,
you guys
O'Malley.
muddle through the pub. Towards the
Yeah.
end, a news report hammers in to say that yet again another body has been found near the Thames, near the shore of the Thames or the bank of the Thames, and that this is the third body in the last 2 weeks to be found. That the Metropolitan Police say that this may be part of a string or copycat work, and that if you have any information to contact Detective Inspector Grace Pranda of the Metropolitan Police, who is working the case. And they show her, making some comments about, this lady's body does conform to the pattern. We're not sure what's going on here, but we have information that we are at present holding close to the vest so that we can be sure to apprehend this individual. If I am speaking to that individual, please consider
Stop.
the damage that you're doing and turn yourself in and get the help that you need before one of us has to come and find you. The penalties will be much less severe than if you are apprehended.
This
And
is
people are like, yeah, ho
interesting.
hum. Yeah, a few people at the other tables like, oh, this is horrible business.
I'll try to.
One of my neighbors' kids was one of the victims.
But how then
She's-
I'm gonna ask the guy, I'm gonna ask but gentlemen, if you have how is the program called?
Mary.
Mary.
So but if you are all being monitored by Mary, shouldn't she be able to stop whoever is doing this?
You'd think, but people have ways around good governance. It's a shame, really.
Evil
If
people.
everyone cooperated, there'd be no fear.
And I look at O'Malley when I say that. Yes, evil, twisted people.
Aliens. And is it women, men and women that this person is killing?
Oh, the guy's like, oh, you're new. Yeah, a little of both. It's just been just a mix of people. No, I don't know. They're really tight-lipped about what's going on, but apparently it all has to do with the motive or the what do you call it? He's talking to another guy and they're like, the methodology. The methodology is the same.
And the
So he's a serial killer.
Well, he is now.
and the bodies are always left on Thames.
Not always. Just this one.
So
Back
this is
alleys,
usually the thing.
in a field somewhere.
Is that a common thing around here?
Murder?
Serial killers.
Well, I mean, it's a big city, but I mean, we've had a few serial killers in the past.
Jack the Ripper.
Well, I mean, most famously, but any city big enough has its share of those sorts. And science hasn't been able to stop it yet. But every day is a new opportunity.
Yeah. Of course.
And about half of that speech, he says, looking down at his own pro clip.
Well, I hope that this doesn't get in the way of Catherine's concert.
Of course it will not.
Oh,
Why
you're
should-
here for the concert. That's a
Yeah.
bloody big gig, isn't it? You're here to watch her? Where are you from?
Oh, we are from a valley, Dad.
Oh, cheaper to watch her there.
Yeah, but we are with the crew, so
Oh, well, fancy. Could you get me tickets? My daughter, big fan. She'd be chuffed. She'd be chuffed no end if I could
I'll-
score a couple of tickets for her.
after tomorrow. Well, can you?
Well, I guess, but just two. I mean, a couple. We cannot
get
start giving tickets to everybody that we meet, no matter how nice they are.
Hmm.
Yeah, Zoya's like, yeah. What if everyone at the concert was a nice person?
That'll be a really well. Of course, they're all nice persons. Everybody's a nice person in the islands. That smile.
Well, present company excluded. She says, looking at O'Malley.
Well, but O'Malley is not a local.
True,
Well,
and he's at least a Catherine fan.
yeah, but technically I'm Irish, so I'm semi-local.
You're not Irish, man. You're American.
Stop that.
Well, my grandparents were Irish, so
Yeah. I don't know you exist.
How many steps away from Ireland are you? Sounds like quite a few. There's
Well,
not a Boston leg to this, so
yeah.
unfortunate, huh?
Is that the biggest community of Irish people in America? Boston?
I don't know if it's the biggest. It's certainly got a prominent Irish community. You know that
Okay.
they dye the river there green on St. Patrick's Day and such.
They dyed the river in green?
They do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Just
not-
an excuse to get hammered, right?
It's not really a problem.
Oh
because
well,
it's green.
we've got several days like a Cinco de Mayo, et cetera, et cetera. Flag Day, although nobody
Flag
gets
Day?
hammered on Flag Day. Yeah, Flag Day is a very rare American holiday. Most Americans don't even think about it anymore.
I never heard of it. Flag Day. No.
Well, there you go. There you go.
1st of July, even St. Patrick's, I heard of it, but no Flag Day.
Well, yeah, St.
Cinco
Patrick's
de
we
Mayo.
didn't invent, but or Cinco de Mayo, yeah.
Oh, and that,
But yeah, you get the 2 tickets to the guy. He thanks you profusely and lets you know what a big splash this is going to make for his daughter and her boyfriend. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm gonna say, Mary, do you see how I'm a nice person?
Generosity is a cornerstone of any thriving society.
I'll just order another pint of beer.
All right, yeah, you guys chill and relax. Nobody bugs you after that. After they see you do a good deed for a fellow local there, the tight knit group that seems to haunt this place gives you no issues. And yeah, you have the afternoon open.
So, where next?
I'm putting my device and seeing just the best places to see on London. So,
Okay.
well, do you want to go to the? Oh shit! What is the name? The
Hyde Park?
Palace
Oh, Palace.
or the Big Ben or
Oh,
Hyde
Big
Park
Ben. Big Ben, please. Big Ben.
All right, so
or the Tower of London, maybe.
we'll do a montage scene. Yeah, of
Yeah,
you guys
we're going to go and
hitting
do
all
all
the sights and
Yeah.
doing the little sideways dancing, back and forth, like in the Breakfast Club. Yeah, you guys hit all the all the touristy places or
Yeah.
the
Yes.
prominent ones, and enjoy yourself that evening. You get a request for a telepresence call with Crow.
Mhm.
He,
Okay.
he wants you guys to gather up, and yeah, he wants you to shake your Marys if you can.
I roll my eyes, but yeah. Well, I don't. It's not for me, just for you guys. I'm not zone sick. Yeah, Crow is not my
Oh no,
boss.
he wants you and Casper in as well.
Okay, yeah, but Casper, okay, whatever.
Okay.
And Truku is here as well, but
hmm
Yeah.
we'll assume that he's somehow strangely quiet about everything.
I'll use my PDA.
He
That-
has a sore throat.
Right.
I'll
Well,
use my
invited.
PDA that
You
is
see him gesticulating wildly.
somewhat tweaked. So
Yeah, you basically have to leave all your stuff away and basically all crowd into to a place
mhm.
which Casper is happy to set up. He leaves his pro clip somewhere and gets you guys booted in. But he lets you run the software side of it, O'Malley, to make sure it's
Yeah.
all secure.
Yeah.
And yeah, you either on your heads up or with augmented reality glasses, you see Crow appear in the room.
Hello, sir.
Hello. He's got a bandage on his left arm, like his sleeve cuff covers it, but around his wrist and part of the back of his hand, you can see that he's got bandaged up, and he's got a few bruises on his face as well.
So everything is okay, sir.
No, they are not. They are managed, but no. This situation is getting greatly out of hand on both sides.
Hmm.
I would hesitate to estimate who's winning at this point, but quite a few Zone Sec officers are in the morgue on both sides, and more than a few third-party facilities have been destroyed or taken offline.
Right.
The two companies, it's hard to say. They're monoliths, if you will. They're colliding with each other will be something that only they can tell the damage from, and it will probably not be told to us, but in some boardroom somewhere.
Well, but it's official, or they are making a cover story for that.
It is official that the two companies are seeking separation, but mostly the events have been mutually agreed to be concealed by the council. The council is in disarray because several of its central members are now having to pick sides. So council meetings are very terse of late, and are being done through telepresence so that no one is physically in the same room with anyone else. Some assassination attempts have been made, none successful thus far.
To whom?
Various members of the council, and he'll list off a couple of people that have had attempts made.
Should we be concerned with Catherine?
I would appreciate it if you would be. You should also be very concerned for yourselves. Well, I don't need to tell you that an attempt was made on you in Lisbon, almost certainly because of this. And I suspect there is more chatter about her than there is about anything else. The goings on here in Validad are being very well maintained by both sides, but it is obvious that both sides are very interested in the tour because the other side is sending a lot of communication to Lisbon that has ceased, and now is sending a lot of communication to London and Paris. As are we. Reed will bring you in a little tighter on the details of that, but I can tell you that MI5 agent Peter Gordon is a former contact of both he and I, who has agreed to help you out if you need to navigate the situation there locally. He's sympathetic to what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And it's my understanding that that Dr. Khan may have made further contacts upon arriving, which we don't need to belabor here. Do you have questions? I will try to answer what I can, but there's some need for information security.
Well, I'll just try to keep my eyes open to see if there is anything on the web concerning here, London, and Catherine.
I will say that there's been interest in Catherine from a Detective Inspector Grace Pranda, who did a background check on her, also called for official police records from here that's at Zone Stack. I don't think she knew at the time that she was married, that Catherine was married to the director of SecNav, or SecNav, Zone Sec, but she certainly does now. She's working some sort of case that she thinks overlaps. She's no one that Reed or I know, so she might be someone working the other side. She could just be legitimately a police officer charged with security for the event, something of that nature.
Okay, I'll try to see if I can find anything on her.
Yeah, she is the detective inspector working on the serial killer case.
Oh, what's her name again?
Yeah. We saw that on
Grace
the
Pranda.
TV, right?
It's a diversity
Grace
area, so
Pranda.
is that
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll get on it.
Reed and Iana has been recalled. Reed and Borges and several other members of the rest of the unit are still very active in the local area, but they may also have to make a run to foreign climes as well, depending on how certain operations go. So we're being spread very thin. You guys probably constitute the largest manpower unit that we have, but your mission is very important. So I'm keeping you on it for now. But there may come a point where my willingness to indulge Catherine's experimentation will reach an end, at which point she will have to pull herself away from this juror. Transcendence will not like that, but they're in the middle of this as well, whether they know it or not. So adjustments will be made. In your opinion, is the concert going well?
Yeah,
Yes.
so far.
Is she making headway in her experiment?
I don't think so.
Has she confided in any of you?
Well, nothing weird happened during the show, so
She felt like she was reaching past on that last
hmm.
last
Well, no,
song of the
there
show.
was something strange on that, but that was in one of when the shooter appeared in Lisbon.
Well, in the concert itself, I think she felt like she was pushing through that cityscape
Hmm.
was not part of the special effects bundle, for example. So
Yes, perhaps something is happening that she didn't expect it to happen.
I'm not sure. I know that she expects to make a great, profound breakthrough, and I've certainly foreseen that she will, but I don't think either of us perfectly understand what it is she's trying to do. She's very reticent about it. She pretends that if she fails, she doesn't want
Oh,
anyone to know.
okay. I can help you with that. So, you know that man that was killed on Lisbon in the concert?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know who he was?
the man that has no official record. Well,
Yeah.
he said he was a ICPO consultant, and he certainly seemed to have a lot of records to indicate that. But I couldn't
Mm,
find anyone
no,
that had ever worked with him.
no. So basically, I talked to him. Well, that was his story. I don't know if it's true or not. He said that he was working for the travelers.
Hmm.
Okay. And he was a visitor from another dimension. Then,
Did
That's not a
you
problem.
credit that with truth?
well, he had some strange artifacts with him, so probably Dr. Ken can verify with that, can verify that with you better than me. Anyway, he told me that he understood somewhat what Catherine was trying to do, because he says that for traveling between dimensions, one must get through a danger dark zone. I don't understand what it was, but he said that if Catherine was able to achieve what she was trying to do, that people could cross through dimensions without passing through that danger zone. That makes any sense to you?
Somewhat. I know she was made aware. I don't know how of the situation that we are confronted. These creatures that and the places they come from, and she's trying to find a way to reach for a positive version of that. She thinks that they can cancel out. I think it's foolhardy, but I'm not willing to waste the potential to have a weapon against whatever this beyond is.
Yes. Well, I don't think he also. Well, I think he was surprised to see what she was doing. I don't know if he believed that she was capable of that, but yeah. And he was killed by an an a zombie a zombie soldier from Kobayashi.
I've read Dr. Khan's report on that, and I'm having difficulty understanding it. But I've seen things. I've seen enough things in the last few days that I no longer discount it. We are definitely facing something that is not simply the technologies that we have been uh, stealing. Uh, this is something a bit beyond that.
Beyond. Yeah.
Well, do you think this is something Catherine should be doing? Maybe it'll be safer not to, especially now
If
with
she's
everything that is
right,
going on.
if she's right, and she can find a opposite number to this threat, then it is worth the risk. But it is a risk, and that is why I've asked you people to intercede to keep her safe, or as safe as possible. I realize that Martin keeps her physically safe, but he neither knows nor understands this side of things, so he won't be of any use if those dark things come to pay a visit. So far, they have struck mostly at you and not at her, which makes me believe that they're not entirely intermixed in this corporate intrigue that's occurring. She's not considered a combatant yet, possibly, and if so, that may be an advantage.
So do you think that they are that by now for now she's ignored by them, or they don't think what she's trying to do is dangerous, or they just don't care?
I see three possibilities. I think that they have determined she is a non-combatant and that she will possibly fail in this. She is a non-combatant. The second possibility is that she will fail, and they think that it is wasted effort to try to stop something that is doomed. And the third and most disturbing possibility is that they want her to succeed for some reason, either because she is not doing what she thinks she is doing, or because this will give them some opportunity to strike. If we open a path to their opposite number, they may prefer to use it to invade that opposite shore. I don't know. I don't know that I believe that any of this works the way we've been told it does. The few people that I found that understood where these things came from were all mentally unstable, not people who could be trusted, people whose brains were scarred by their crossing paths with this thing. After the last few days, I can understand how that would be possible. There have been things happening that people shouldn't have to see. And I've been a police officer for a very long time.
So
So
I'm doing like
I
this
would
with my head and
suggest,
just saying that it's thinking it's fucking insane.
well, you're the people on the ground. If you think Catherine needs to back off or needs to change, it will be better if it comes from you than if it comes from me, if you understand what I mean. But if you think that she could be onto something in developing a counter to what we're facing, would be very beneficial to us. I think our next step is to reach out to the Traveler Society and see if the individual you spoke to is an outlier, or if that group in and of itself has access to knowledge and contacts that we should bring into our arsenal of resisting whatever this thing is.
So do you think that this travelers society is used to deal with aliens?
I couldn't begin to tell you. The society itself here in Validad has gone notably silent since issues have arisen between our factions. The office there is sealed and closed up, and their online and contact presences are being maintained by an expert system, not an actual person. I cannot reach or find the current whereabouts of any of its membership.
But the society is ONSEC friendly or Kobayashi friendly, or they're neutral?
as far as we know, they're neutral. And they have closed up shop at least while the hostilities have begun. I see no reason to believe that they have maintained contact with either side as of yet. Certainly not with our side.
And there is a London's branch.
There is. There apparently are quite a few branches of this throughout the world, mostly in national capitals that other prominent large cities have, because they are ostensibly for world travelers. The London branch there is headed up by a woman named Anya Tolliver, according to their website, or according to their info site.
Okay. So is there anyone we can reach out in this branch, or?
Yeah, the Anya Tolliver.
Oh, okay.
Is the local.
So, okay. We'll have 2 leads now.
But again, you're my people on the ground. You know this situation better than I. If I have any insights or see any flashes that would help you, I will be sure to pass them along to you soonest. But right now, my mind is mostly concerning itself with the immediate future here.
Okay. Well, we'll try to look out for everything else, sir, with Catherine and this Travelers Society.
Reed says you're good, so I'm going to trust that is the case. I've seen some of your prior work, and you wouldn't be on this detail if I didn't believe that you came. You came real well recommended and were able to do the job. So
Thank you,
do
sir.
the job.
Okay, so
Dr.
I don't
Khan,
know.
I will contact you separately in a few hours with the things you've requested.
I don't know if anyone has any questions. Any of you?
I'm assuming that Khan will ask some questions here and there and confirm that that he has been called by Anya Tolliver, but we'll have to retcon that.
Yeah.
when Joe is available.
I don't know if Moira or
Yeah, I just think
has
that
some question.
we should be in a valley that's not here, but no one cares
I
about
guess
my opinion.
that's
I
how
don't-
you that's
I
how
don't
you should be
disagree with
feeling,
that.
right?
I don't disagree with that, but Catherine has her obligations, and she is potentially playing a key role in this. So I want to keep her safe. That means putting some hard men and capable men close to her to keep her safe.
Yeah, she already has one hard man with her, so yeah. I'm not saying this.
Well,
I'm not going to be in the war anyway. So for Moira, I'm just covering the pool. But if Catherine is doing crazy things, it's going to end up being dangerous.
Yes, it definitely will be dangerous, which is why you have danger mitigators with you still. And of course, you'll be there to document everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
if I survive to do it.
Here's hoping. And then, he will let Casper know that, that some of the records that he's requested for his operation have been sent to him separately. My understanding is that the Mary app is basically just a minder, but I don't trust it. So if you can assist the others, O'Malley, with their Mary apps, that would be
Okay.
greatly appreciated.
Okay, I'll just do yeah. I know what to do. Don't worry about that.
And if you find it to be too difficult a task, we can arrange for you to have some backup in that regard.
No, I think it's not that difficult just to put that program to rest when we want. So
Very well. If you need Miss Olafson to assist you, just
okay.
let me know.
Okay, thank you.
She's very keen to take on that application for some reason.
Is she?
I
Interesting.
think she thinks it's a challenge.
Okay. Okay, maybe I'll talk to her. Probably she has some other opinion about what should we do with this. Okay.
Well, they're very strong opinions. She is tasked elsewhere, so keep it secure text.
Okay.
Don't try to TP her or call her.
Yeah, don't worry.
She's buried. Well, good luck to you all. If you need me, please let me know. And I will keep you apprised of events as they exist here.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, with that, he disconnects and fades out of the room. And yeah, your telepresence rigs let you know that like there's no exterior signal remaining on the call.
So first things first, do you want me to tweak your Marys before we continue?
Yes, I guess. That sounds nice. Take your
Tweak,
Marys.
tweak the Marys.
Yeah, make her our bitch. Okay, so we'll try to also do the same thing that he did with his
Okay.
with-
Yeah, roll me a hack and roll. Basically, you have a merry party. Everybody brings in their merry apps or their roll clips, and
do we have to
and,
roll for each of them or just one?
no, you roll together.
Okay.
You're basically going to daisy chain them and try to
Okay.
basically propagate an update amongst them.
Okay, so 23 again.
Okay. Yeah. So you get them connected to each other, which they sort of do natively. And then, yeah, you basically have yours pretend to have an update for the rest of them.
Yeah.
And then they each propagate code to one another. So now your Marys won't tell on each other. So if you say you're not there and Myra's Mary picks up that you're somewhere that you're not supposed to be, it won't tell on you because, yeah basically your circle of trust here, they all will basically confirm the same lie once any of you decide that, yeah. So basically, if you're doing something you shouldn't do, your devices will not think on each other, so it won't wind down your time.
Okay, so I'll explain that to them.
Yep. So each of you has a little button on the Mary that when you push it, Mary will think that you are standing or staying where you are and not saying anything, and it'll give you a little countdown for how long it estimates that you will, not be observed to be out of alignment. And in the meantime, the software just sort of pretends that it's having signal issues or whatnot. So yeah. Once you reconnect, it will try to pretend that, oh, I just had a connection issue. There was no problem.
Okay. So now we have Grace Perenda and Anya Tolliver.
Yep. Grace Pranda is the detective inspector of the
Yeah, I was going
Metropolitan
to say,
Police.
yeah, but Grace Perenda is investigating the murder cases. So what the hell does it have to do with Catherine?
Yeah, she thinks
Don't like
she
it.
overlaps. Well, our boss said also thinks that probably she's working for the enemy. So
Yeah, Truku and Casper is doing something else. Again, he's like, oh, I'm making underground contacts.
Mhm.
So if we need to do anything terribly, bad, I'll be able to shield us from that. I'm also going to try to get us some hardware that may assist us in any projects we may want to construct later. And he makes a little pistol
Yeah.
gesture, like
Yeah.
outside the.
Some party
Uh,
tricks.
So I will be working on that. Khan is like, I'll work the Traveler Society angle. And you guys are free to do
Okay.
either Pronda or interact with Catherine or any and all of that if you'd like.
First I'll start to get some information about this Grace Peranda, the detective.
Okay. Grace Pranda is a woman of Indian of Indian descent or heritage. She's been on the force for a while, worked her way up to detective inspector. She's considered, pretty solid cop. Roll me a computer's roll to see if you can get more deep
Information. Okay.
background. Yeah.
I have less on that. 16.
Okay. Mostly you find out, yeah, she's considered to be a pretty solid police detective. She works homicide, and she was called into this fairly recently. The previous inspectors, once it was determined it was a serial case, basically got the folders taken from them and given to her. So she's apparently considered a preferential assignment for this for some reason, but you don't really get a sense of why that was the case.
And any kind of news about her? Any dirty secret
Nope.
or nothing?
No, nothing publicly reachable. Are you?
Okay.
You want to switch to a hacker role, and then where are you hacking to get that?
Should I try to hack the Metropolitan server? I'm asking them.
Well, is they gonna give you the information that you need?
Well,
Probably not.
I'll know more about her.
Yeah, but we want to see the dirt on her,
Why
right?
are you asking? You usually do those things without asking. What happened to you?
Well, I think that
it turns out that having a mental image of pieces of you bitten off by a pop star might shake a man up a bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this will probably put all of you in danger. So
Danger?
Since when do you care?
They don't
so
carry guns
sweet.
here. I don't carry guns here.
Okay, I'll do it. He's going to try to hack the Metropolitan server.
Okay. Meanwhile, Casper is laying out, for those of you that want one, a tactical baton and a fairly long knife.
I'm gonna talk to Catherine. I'll try to talk to Catherine about her mission and whatever the stupid shit she's doing.
Okay. Roll me your hacking, O'Malley.
So let me see. It is 17 plus 8, 24.
24?
No, 20, 25, sorry, 25. 17 plus 8, 25, right? 17 plus, yeah, 25, yes.
Okay, yeah, there are active defenses here, and they put up quite a fight, but yeah, you eventually barrel through them. And yeah, you get into her personnel record. The biggest thing that is not publicly known is that she is a psychic.
Oh fuck,
She
another
has
psychic. Yeah, sure, why
she
not?
has a, oh, why am I blanking on the name of it? Well, she can touch things and get images of where they've been, and
Okay.
that sort of thing. Psychometry, that's what.
Yeah, psychometry. Okay.
Yeah, she is a psychometric specialist, and she has a vague a bit of telepathy, but it is not considered reliable or admissible in court.
Okay. And can I find anything that says why she was specifically chosen for this series of murder?
She was assigned to this because she's a specialist in her psychic specialty is she can put herself, if she has enough evidence, she can put herself in the mindset of the killer.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
has been able to do that at least twice without, actually becoming a psychotic killer herself. So yeah, the assignment, fell to her because they think that capability will be useful here.
And there's nothing that suggests any connection to Kobayashi.
No.
Okay.
She has been. There's no corporate involvement with the Metropolitan Police at all, other than supply chain things and things of that nature.
Okay. So, what do you think?
It's amazing what happens when you unmoor your police department from corporatism. Unfortunately, you immediately stick on this weird social credit thing. So
Yeah.
probably not a sterling example of that.
So, should we talk to her to see why she thinks this overlaps?
Yes, why not?
Oh, that's
Maybe we
well.
can
Yeah,
get-
you're just looking up her personnel records, or is there anything else you're gonna look at?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Don't you want to look some dirt on her?
Yeah, if I'll try to see if there is if there was any kind of
They're unaware of any, but her personnel record does say that she is divorced, and her psych evals, which she as a psychic has to do quarterly, say that since the divorce she has had a lot of rage issues, things like that, but nothing that rose to the level of needing intervention as of yet.
Okay.
A lot of times her immediate supervisors were like, hey, a little rage in a cop is a good thing.
Okay.
Like
yeah. And personal interests.
Needlepoint and belly dancing.
What?
Belly dancing and needlepoint are her two primary hobbies.
What the
Needlepoint? Okay, she deserves to die.
Yeah, she did.
She there's a picture of a giant cross-stitched cat hanging off of a wire that says "hang in there."
This is not going. No,
Very. It won an award for police craft festival.
Well, probably it's a coping mechanism for the rage problem.
Yeah.
Or that or yoga. So.
Oh, everyone's into yoga. That they don't even put that on.
Well, should you go talk to her?
Yes, why not?
Okay.
All right, you disconnect from the Metropolitan Police System.
Yeah, I'll disconnect. Wait. Before I'll disconnect, I'll just try to see if there are any memos or any mail about Catherine concert or anything else.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, the email server, yeah, she has emailed ZoneSec and made or the equivalent of email. She has contacted ZoneSec several times, wanting to see what um, if she could get an interview with Catherine, or if Catherine had any known stalkers or issues like that, and got is put in basically to see if there is anyone in Catherine's circle that might help, that whether Catherine or her security team could help her identify anyone in Catherine's orbit that might be capable of multiple murders.
Okay.
And ZoneSec probably, or notably didn't fire back immediately like Frisbee. Frisbee is capable of multiple murders.
Okay. So now I'll disconnect and well, let's go talk to her then.
Let's go.
All right. You make an appointment or contact her, like call ahead, or are you gonna go?
No, call ahead. Yes.
Okay. Detective Inspector Pronda.
It's probably better for you to speak with her still.
Okay.
What?
Me?
Are you threatening me? No. Yeah.
Hello.
So you call her up and then hand the phone to me.
Yeah. Here, ma'am, talk to her.
Detective Pranda.
Yes, this is she.
I'm Moira Steele. I'm the chief of
Yes,
the PR chief for Catherine's tour.
Yes, I'm glad you called. I have a lot of questions. Hopefully, but what's the nature? Excuse me. What are you calling about? And then I'll ask what I need of you.
Well, I got the information that you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, very much. Is there somewhere we can meet? I preferably like to speak to Catherine, but I immediately would need any information.
It's very busy at the moment, so you'll have to deal with me first.
I understand, and it's I would not press, but this is a very hectic and delicate matter. I'm working multiple homicides, and I suspect that maybe one of her fans, or perhaps a very, very obsessed fan, might have done these crimes. I'm trying to see if Catherine or her security team are aware of a fan that might meet that description.
I'm in high voice, so they can listen. Well, this is interesting and also concerning, because if he may go after Catherine next, right? That means that maybe. Would you agree to meet with me and some of the people in Catherine's staff?
Certainly, I could be. You're in London now, is my understanding.
Yes.
I could meet at the preparation or the event, if you're in preparations, if that's convenient, or anywhere else, really.
Yes, I guess we can meet at the venue. Catherine is not there yet, but we can meet there. So when will you be available?
You could tell that she's fumbling around. You could just sense that she's kind of like a really energetic kind of not ditzy, but hyperactive sort. Think Zoe Deschanel as a police detective. I can meet you in 35 minutes.
Okay, that'll be perfect. Thank you.
Very well. Where in the venue should I meet you? I mean, it is a stadium.
Well, near the place where they're building the stage now, so I guess we can meet there.
I will see you then. Thank you very, very much for reaching back.
Anyways, all the guys, she's weird.
Yeah, and then she punches the button.
She sounds very
eager,
energetic and
yes,
very.
She may be a good girlfriend for you.
Well, probably she's a Nutkicker fan.
That's very possible, actually. Let's see. Nope.
No,
We'll,
okay.
we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
I'll just take to her a few cans, so she will be introduced to this.
Yeah, speaking of which, in your room, yeah, your little butler is like, your beverages have been loaded, sir.
Oh, thank you. I'll
It
just
was my distinct pleasure, it says while it pulls one of its gloves, a little tighter on its robot hand.
and I'll drink one.
Yep, you open up and yeah, sure enough, Casper has a note and he's like, not a word to Zoya about this.
Okay. And I'll just beg 3 or 4 with me to take with me.
All right, you guys head to the venue.
Yeah.
Sure enough, yeah,
Yes.
there's basically a football stadium there where she's setting up. They've kind of put a cover over the pitch, or it's a adjustable adjustable flooring. So
Mhm.
yeah, the roadies are setting up and building the infrastructure, and yeah, sure enough, a petite lady wearing kind of dark colors, but still in that kind of 60s fashion, comes up and flips out her badge and ask a couple of the roadies, and they direct her over to where you guys are. And she's like, "Oh, you must be Miss Steele."
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Detective Inspector Grace Pranda, Metropolitan Police. She'll show you her warrant card and badge.
I'll just step over and say, I'm O'Malley, and I'll try to
I
shake her.
understand that you're Zone Sec officers, some of.
Yes, me and Frisbee.
Oh well, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to England.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll try to be as professional as I can.
I'm assuming. Yes, I see here Bergen and Transcendence have you down as private security. So
They are moonlighting.
well, it's come to my attention that I may have stepped in a bit of a bear trap, as it were. I gather that Catherine is very close to Zone Sec.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
can say so.
Well, that's very embarrassing. I don't know much about popular music. I'm something of a classical fan. The Beatles and Led Zeppelin, and of course Elvis, especially since the BBC is running the new Elvis miniseries. I did not know he was from Liverpool.
And
He
the
wasn't-
black woman.
Also, yeah, he wasn't a black lesbian.
Are you lonely tonight?
So you are having quite a problem with this series of murders, right?
Yes, I have a number of homicides. And she pauses. She was about to say a number, and then yeah, she pauses. I have a number of homicides that all match a similar MO, but the problem I have, and she turns her tablet to you to show you a woman that's kind of looks very much like she fell. Her arms and her legs are kind of twisted in a weird way, but they're twisted in a way that makes her look like she's a pinwheel, sort of. Like they're curving, as though she's a swirl or something, and the body is very mangled, but papered onto the body are magazine images and posters and things like that of Catherine.
Oh,
and yeah, and there's either
okay.
there are she kind of flips through, and there are multiple instances of "I will follow," and that spiral design,
Mm.
etched in or written in blood in spots and things like that. It's a
So
very distinctive modus operandi, but so far I've been I've had a very difficult time tying it to a single person.
all of the murders have this Catherine paraphernalia on the bodies.
They all have this same symbology, but
Hmm.
and then she'll show you like 4 samples of the kind of the handwriting in blood, and it's different handwriting. Like it's subtly different, but enough that like one is in all caps, one isn't, one is very fluid, one is very haphazard. Um, I'm thinking possibly of someone with a multiple personality disorder. That's incredibly rare. Although it could also be a side effect of a variety of cybernetic or bioaugmentation mishaps, is my
Hmm.
understanding. So my thought is that an Avalidadian who has had damaged to their cortex in some way might explain some of this, but that's what I was hoping that you might have someone in mind as her security.
So you think it's more possible to that it is one person with multiple personality instead of being several people?
If it's copycats, we've been very tight with this information. We only noticed the pattern after the 3rd killing.
Hmm.
When did
Okay.
when did this killing started? When was the first
They
one?
started about 2 weeks ago. The
So
first body was discovered 2 weeks ago. We think that he was killed approximately 3 days before discovery.
this is out of character. Would have been before the first concert in
Lisbon?
Avalidad or after?
It would be before.
Okay.
Oh, before a validad. Okay. Hmm. And the bodies were left where?
Now the I will follow doesn't happen until that hashtag appears in social media. The first few are still have the Catherine and they still have the pinwheel or the spiral sort of design element, but they don't have the hashtag until that became an actual social media hashtag.
Hmm. Hmm.
Do you have any CCTV image of the? Well, I guess you don't have
Well,
of the area of the murders.
we do. That's what's weird. We see the victims enter the area, and then they go into a blind spot, presumably to conduct some sort of illicit activity or another. And we never see anyone leave from any of the vantage points we have.
And your Mary program doesn't that help you in some way?
Well, it should, yes, but all of the victims disabled or tampered with the Mary application.
Hmm.
Many of them had the assistance, public assistance clips, and left them behind in various places. Very low social credit scores on these. However, I am one of the rare few who thinks that even a negative 200 deserves a murder investigation.
And is there anything common to?
You can actually see her Mary app like scold her about that. And she just hits the accept.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is there anything common about what is there is what three four murders?
They all of the there have been officially 3 murders.
Okay.
Unofficially, there have been a few more. but the others were not sufficiently credited in order to be worthy of reporting.
Yes. What is the pattern of this murder? So they are all people with low social scores.
Well, they're all people in the criminal element or undergrounders or opt-outers, people who, in order for these crimes to even be possible, they have to disable their Mary apps. And that seems to be in the midst of doing that they are taken by the killer. How the killer knows the people or knows that they're going to go off grid at that time is a complete mystery to me. But I've
this
been
wound
able to
be
ascertain.
self-inflicted anyway? Could have they killed themselves?
She looks at the posing, the post-mortem posing wouldn't be possible with a suicide. There's no way to kill yourself in such a way as to arrange that, and then it's unlikely that they wrote with their own blood the inscriptions ahead of time. But there's the plastering of the posters, things like that. It speaks to a third party.
Do they all work in the same line of activity? I mean, criminal activity.
Well, broadly speaking, criminality, I suppose, but no,
drugs.
they are not. Well, some of them, but they're not all part of the same criminal enterprise.
Yeah, but they're what? Burglars, drug dealers, what?
Prostitutes, a couple of opt-outers, a drug addict, no dealer as of yet, and just a few other people that we're not quite sure why they disabled the application. They had low scores, but they were not low enough that the three reported were within tolerance levels.
Well, did you inspect their devices to see if they were contacted probably by the murder?
Yes, and no. None of them even knew each other, as far as I can ascertain.
Do they have implants?
Possibly two of the criminals were aware of each other.
Do they have any implants, cybernetic or biotech?
Yes, some of them yes, some of them no. Two of them had cybernetic implants. One for a learning disorder, one a replacement leg, and two of the others had bio augments. One cosmetic, the other a intelligence boost of some sort.
And any of those were taking off from the bodies?
No. No, the bodies were while mangled, were not. The method of death seems to be garroting, and then they are post-mortem to the point of breaking bones as necessary to make the shape work.
Are they consumers of real sims or augmented reality?
Possibly some of them, but it doesn't seem to be 100% common element.
Well, were they Catherine fans?
Three of them, yes. The others, no. Again, not a point of commonality. That's been one of the only point of commonality I can get is that A, they're all locals, and that B, they are people who had some reason to go off grid to give the killer an opportunity.
When they say locals, what neighborhood?
Londoners.
Oh, okay. City.
Did you study their social media to see if there was something there?
To the extent that that's revelatory, yes, but admittedly, that is often a facade in this town.
So,
and Mary scolds her, and she just hits accept.
So you think that the murders were just an opportunity, or they were lured there?
My working assumption at the moment is that it was an opportunity, but again, I can't understand how the killer could have any idea where these people were going or what they were doing, right? I mean, the intent of every one of them was to do something else. You know, they didn't show up to get killed. They showed up to score drugs, or they showed up to meet someone clandestinely. One of them to stage what they thought was a meeting with an assignation for an
Do you
affair.
do you think the killer may have hacked into their PDAs or to their assistants and somehow altered Mary to be disabled at the moment?
It's possible, but the ones that had public assistance clips physically left those clips behind, which is not an uncommon thing. Usually, if you leave the clip stationary for too long a period, Mary will know that you are skirting attempts to maintain your safety. You could tell that saying it that way doesn't rub her the right way, but she.
Well, I don't know if we can help you in. I don't.
Well,
Oh
Well,
is it a
no!
threat to
Again,
Catherine?
I don't expect you necessarily to lay a hand in to help me fingerprint people or anything. I'm really just thinking that maybe this is someone that is on Catherine's security radar already. Anyone this obsessed with her hopefully has reached out to contact her at some point, or has made similar overtures to her that maybe can put me on to a person. I'm fully willing to shake the trees once you give me an indication of where to go.
I'll turn to Moira and say, well, she could speak with Catherine
Yes,
because,
we're going to
because Catherine,
check with her. She
yeah,
doesn't tell us everything, obviously.
yeah, even so, Catherine being psychic and all that
Yes,
shit.
maybe she knows.
Now, is one of you Martin Carroll?
No.
No.
No, that's their bodyguard.
Could I speak with him as well? He may.
He's always with her, so he won't be hard.
Very well. Well, if you could arrange that, I would certainly appreciate it. I've been stonewalled considerably in trying to do this, and well,
Now
it's very frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll try.
now I'll take a can of Nutkicker and open
And I
it.
understand that you don't want this to affect your entertainment enterprise here. So I've been asked to avoid that if at all possible.
Yep.
No one here wants this to become any more public than it needs to be.
Yeah, but if there is any connection with Catherine, we must know and try to see what we can do about it.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, and I appreciate that what I'm doing also is informing you of a threat. So hopefully we can work together, you to protect your principal and me to solve these gruesome murders.
So,
Well, she leaves you her contact info, flips her virtual card to all your PDAs. Please reach out as soon as you can and get me in touch with Catherine and Mr. Carroll, and I'll be very much in your debt.
we'll do that.
And Miss Steele, you're also a reporter, I understand.
Yes.
I would ask that you black out this information until we apprehend someone, if you would be so kind.
I smile at her of course.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
a lot more interesting to have the exclusive once you figure out who is behind these crimes.
That was my thinking
a lot
as well.
more engaging.
That was my thinking as well.
We don't want to share the spread the panic.
that too. Well, thank you. And yeah, she kind of organizes her notes and scribbles a few things. Discreetly takes pictures of each of you with the tablet and sort of associates it with her notes, and then kind of awkwardly waves goodbye and kind of meanders off. The entire time she is walking out of the stadium, she is just scratching notes on her tablet.
So what do you think?
I don't know if we can trust her. Well, if she's working for the other side, maybe she doesn't know it.
Yeah.
She's strange, but she seems like a dedicated cop. So anyway, this is this. If there's a crazy guy there killing people, he can go after Catherine. So we need to investigate this, I guess.
It's better.
First thing we should do is figure out. Maybe you can see if anyone came from Avalida to London 3 weeks ago.
Oh, probably a lot of
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, but let's try to figure out someone that is a fan of Catherine or something like that, and maybe we'll have to talk to Catherine or
Good
Martin.
suggestion.
Maybe we
Okay.
should talk to Martin first.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well,
You can talk
sounds
to,
like a
to
game
Martin,
plan.
maybe
Yeah.
Frisbee.
How
and to
are
Nana.
we for time?
I will talk to him.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I think we should
Okay. Yes, it's getting
go
late for
sleep.
me also. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wrap this leg up for the moment. And is there anything you guys want to say
Well,
on the Red Room side
I didn't
of
got
things?
to talk. No, I guess. Well, no. Let me just yes, but let me first think this. I didn't get to talk to Catherine, right? So I will talk to Catherine.
Oh yes, you
in
did
Frisbee
not.
we'll
Yeah.
talk, but I can now because now it's in Frisbee can talk to Martin. So that we
Okay.
don't forget what you want to do next session to
Yeah.
start.
Let me make a note of that so I do not forget. That's what we're doing. All right. So yeah, if you guys have any Red Roomage to
Miguel
do,
is doing Wretched Apocalypse 2nd edition.
Yes, I am. And it's almost finished. Going. I have to edit some stuff. I've been working on the cover. I'll have to show you some possibilities.
And I guess that's all for now, right?
Yeah, there'll be news. I've an hour before we started this, I got Wretched Shambara. I think it's the way it's pronounced,
Shambara.
and it's with the editor now. So, but that will take some time. And yeah, that's it for now.
all right. Well,
Okay.
and also, I'm sure Joe, if he sees this, will probably see it after we've already spoken to him again. But hope he gets feeling better.
Yeah.
And we will all just close on a commemorative call.
Should I stop
Thank
it?
you, everyone, for
And-
watching.
Yeah. Thank you.